Welcome to VGK Today, presented by MGM Rewards, a daily podcast bringing you an inside look at the Vegas Golden Knights 2023 Stanley Cup playoff run. I'm Justin Russo with the Golden Knights on Tuesday, June 13th, and tonight we get Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final between the Golden Knights and the Florida Panthers. Vegas has worked to build a 3-1 series lead at this point, and with the Stanley Cup in the building tonight, just one more win separates the Golden Knights from hoisting the cup for the first time. Now, it won't be easy. Florida has been in this spot before. In round one, down 3-1, just like now, backs against the wall, they rattled off 3 straight wins to defeat the Boston Bruins and advance to the second round. The Golden Knights are going to have that crowd behind them at T-Mobile Arena tonight, and they are going to need to use all of that energy to their advantage to play a complete 60-minute game. To do that, they'll also need contributions from every player, which for Vegas is a common occurrence. The depth of this VGK team has been highlighted numerous times throughout this postseason, and it's a big reason why they've been able to get to this point. Some of that depth, though, and the impact that it's had, is felt most off the ice and behind the scenes for Vegas. Names like Phil Kessel, Teddy Bluger, and Ben Hutton represent members of that support cast for the Golden Knights that have played significant roles this season and have stepped up when called upon. One name, though, stands out above the rest. Veteran goaltender Jonathan Quick was brought in at the trade deadline to shore up the position amidst a flurry of injuries. The two-time Cup winner has now settled in as the backup to Adin Hill and is making the most of his role to help the team win in any way that he can. To take a deeper dive into Jonathan Quick's role, I'll now turn things over to Gary Lawless, who spoke to Jonathan before Game 5 to get his perspective on the team and how he fits into it.
Thanks, Justin. Jonathan, if we could go back in time a little bit to the moment when you were traded, probably a little bit of a different perspective now that you're here with a team and one win away from being a Stanley Cup champion for a third time.
I mean, it's over the 3 months, 4 months, makes you think about the relationships you're able to create with some of these guys that you didn't know, and guys that you played with prior that you get the opportunity to be teammates with them again. It's what it's about, and makes it fun.
And I think it says a lot about you that this is a different role than you've had in other playoff runs. You've won the Conn Smythe Trophy. Here you haven't played, and yet you've had a big impact. And you've really embraced what was available to you. Is that a fair way to describe it?
Yeah, it's... I knew that coming in, right? At the point they had... 3 goalies that have all played well for them throughout the season, and opportunity came up with because some injury stuff going on, and so going in at some point, guys are going to get healthy, and there's going to be numbers here, and you just when you get the opportunity to play, I just wanted to play well for the team and help them keep the momentum going, and when you're not, you're doing the same thing. You're just trying to, help the locker room, help the guys, help guys better, a little bit earlier in their career, and you find ways to enjoy the game that way, right?
How do you like this group?
It's a ton of fun, right? I mean, you see it every day that the fun these guys have every day coming in the locker room, and it's great to be around, and it's a close-knit team, right? It's a team that guys care about each other and want to win for each other.
You lived in Los Angeles for a long time. Now you're living in Las Vegas. How do you like Las Vegas?
It's great, yeah. Hot sometimes, but overall what the city offers, and outside the city, the communities guys get to live in, it's great for families, and it's fun to be part of it.
How has Adin Hill impressed you?
I mean, he's impressed everyone. I think even throughout the season, how well he played during the season, and against some great teams. I remember my first night here with the team, and with Jersey coming to town, and he kicked out 40, and they could have had 10 goals that night, and he was able to get into OT and shoot out, and make the saves needed to get a huge win for us, which ends up helping us get the 1 seed, and it kind of helps set up the run we were able to have so far. So to see him get the opportunity that he has throughout the postseason, and what he's done with that opportunity, it's fun to watch, and it's you're happy for him because you see the work he puts in daily, and you're happy to see him get rewarded for all that work he's putting in.
Will you have a message to? Like, I don't expect you to stand up and give a speech. Maybe you will, I don't know. But will you have a message to your teammates tomorrow?
You know what? That's what's great about this team is the amount of leadership and experience in this locker room, and it's by committee. It's kind of throughout the lineup and all facets of the game, right? Like it's by committee. Power plays by committee. PKs by committee, right? Goaltending was been by committee this year, and then it's leadership, same thing, right? It's so there'll be a lot of guys probably saying stuff just like any other game. Everyone's trying to add little pieces here and there to make sure everybody's prepared and ready to go, and it'll be no different tomorrow. That'll be be the same approach.
It's interesting. There was a conversation a few minutes ago about, if Vegas were to win, who would the Conn Smythe Trophy be? Who should get the Conn Smythe Trophy? There's like 5 different answers. So a lot of guys.
Well, you know what? It's you could say the same for their team, and you could say the same for any team that's won the cup, right? Like you don't get there because of one guy, right? Like there's obviously awards, so somebody's going to get it. But it's, every year you could, off the top of your head, within 5 seconds, you can name 5 guys that's like, yeah, he could get it, he could get it, he could get it, right? It's so, and that's obviously, it's a testament to what it takes as a team to win 16 games this time of year. And, but at the end of the day, that's, no one in here is looking for that trophy. They're looking for the other one, and that's the goal, and that's what everyone's committed to.
With Adin, do you wait for him to come to you to, like, if he wants to have some advice, or do you see, is there a moment where you think, I should probably say something to him? How have you handled all that?
I mean, it's a little bit of both. During the game, you kind of feel out who your goalie partner is and what he likes, during game day and, during the game. Like, some guys like to kind of keep to themselves. Some guys like that conversation. And he's more of the latter where, TV timeouts, he's coming for water. He's asking me about plays. And, if I see something, I'll let him know what I'm seeing. And I think it's good, right? Like it's a healthy relationship in the fact that, like, you're both trying to work towards the same goal, and you're both, just trying to do what's best for the team, right?
Thanks for your time, Jonathan.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. Yeah, no problem.
All right, back to you, Justin.
Well, a great conversation there, Gary, with goaltender Jonathan Quick. And to add on to some of the points that Quick made, I also want to let you hear from Teddy Bluger. He and I spoke at the Stanley Cup Final Media Day, and I asked him about that support role that he's playing and how he approaches helping the team when he's not in the lineup.
I think obviously you just try to be supportive and supportive as you can to everyone. I think, like when I went in for Ammo, he was super supportive of me and, just a great teammate. So I think it's my job to try and reciprocate that, and not just to him, but to everyone. Obviously, everyone wants to be playing, and it kind of hurts to be out sometimes. And, you just kind of got to suck it up. And, as long as the team winning, that's the most important part. So we've gotten to this point. So, I think you just try to be a good teammate, supportive, encouraging. If guys need stuff in practice or whatever, try to embrace that and do the best you can. And like I said, whatever role you're given, whatever line you're on, or if you're in your other lineup, you just try to do that as best you can. And that kind of what makes it special. I think it brings everyone together because everyone just embraces the situation they're in and is pulling for each other. So,
as you can tell, consummate pros across this VGK roster. Veteran guys that realize that even though they might not be in the role that they wanted, they still need to stay prepared and support those in the lineup in whatever way that they can. That type of teamwork and team-first mentality is why this group is so close and why they're on the brink of capturing the Stanley Cup. So, Game 5 tonight. Puck drop is at 5 p.m. from the Fortress, and it's going to be a great atmosphere. We know that the teams will deliver on the ice, but we also now know what to expect pre-game in terms of entertainment on Toshiba Plaza. First up, at 3 p.m., Steve Aoki will perform for fans on the Plaza. This is a free performance, and you do not need a ticket to the game to attend, so simply make your way over to Toshiba Plaza and have a good time to enjoy Steve Aoki. Then, you can get those eyes to the skies. There will be a flyover of 4 fighter jets from Nellis Air Force Base to help celebrate the occasion and bring some more energy for everyone at the game. And finally, Joey Hamilton from Revolt Tattoos is back and is again offering free permanent or temporary tattoos of the team's logo right on the plaza. If you have a ticket to the game, you are encouraged to 1. Wear your gold to the game, get that sea of gold going at the Fortress tomorrow night, and 2, download the Stadium FX app to be a part of the pregame show, and you can also expect to have a gold battle towel waiting for you at your seat when you arrive. For those without a ticket, well, stick around on Toshiba Plaza because you can view the game live on the big screen right outside the arena. So lots of fun to be had inside and outside of T-Mobile Arena tomorrow night for Game 5. The game will be broadcast on television on TNT, while the radio broadcast will be handled by our very own Dan Duva and Gary Lawless on Fox Sports Las Vegas, with the pregame show with Ryan Wallace taking place at 4 p.m., 1 hour before the puck drops. It's shaping up to be such a fun night at T-Mobile Arena. I know we're all looking forward to it. The atmosphere outside and inside T-Mobile Arena is going to be a sight to behold. So let's see if the VGK can finish off Florida and claim the sport's ultimate prize, the Stanley Cup. That'll wrap things up for us today. Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcast as we continue to bring you an inside look at the Golden Knights' quest for the Stanley Cup right here on VGK Today. Let's hope for a happier episode tomorrow, but regardless, we'll be back whether it's to celebrate a championship or look ahead to Game 6 if it is indeed necessary. Justin Russo signing off for episode 58 of VGK Today, presented by MGM Rewards.